Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Healing Conversations. My name is Einav Avni with Untangled Healing. And a little bit about myself. I work with people with chronic pain to heal the chronic pain or reduce the symptoms in 6 weeks through energy healing. This podcast even is all about interviewing people with a message, with a passion, with a story to bring light, inspiration, or motivation to those who needs to hear it. And so let's get started. With me today is the lovely Maria Smith. Maria, thank you for being here. Hello.
Thank you for inviting me.
So let's get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Maria. I am that I am. Uh, I am.
I am
I work
that's
with
fine.
people, I work with myself, and I have a story. I have a lot of stories that have given me an experiences I share with my people, and yeah, and that's how you invited me here.
Indeed. I was going on Facebook one day and I saw this message. It was in the emotion code and body code groups that I'm in, and this woman told her experience, and she said that with your help, she managed to reduce her breast cancer by about 75%. And she was talking about the work that you do and the past life that you can sometimes see. And it was so, her message was so powerful. I was like, right, I've got to talk to you. And this is how we connected the first time. Um, so with that in mind, what people come to you?
People who are had enough of the system of fears, living in limitations, who want to expand their awareness. Sometimes people who don't know what they really want, but by talking, they get more awareness of where they are, why they feel like they do, and also mm, I work also with animals. Uh, my dog teaches me well how to be normal. So yeah, all kind of people.
And when you say about fears and limitations, I mean, we were just talking about fears and limitations just a minute ago. But what do you see when people come to you with fears and limitations
Fear of love.
of love?
Yeah, that's the one of the biggest fears people have. Fear of love, because this world is constructed in duality, and when we hear so-called love songs or poems, we all the time we hear about pain. So what our core beliefs are is love is pain,
Mm.
and uh, also God judges you. That's in a religion. That's also not love.
Yeah,
So the biggest fears is not being accepted, who I am, and fear of love.
that makes so much sense. I know, of course, from the work that I do with the body code about all of these, statements that we get stuck in our subconscious mind, and it makes so much sense what you're saying. That actually we always hear that yes, love is pain, and so do we really want it? Do we really want the pain if there's no freedom, there's no possibilities for happiness with love?
We as people love to create attachments in human body. Uh, it's nothing bad to create an attachment if you love somebody, but when we understand that a negative attachment isn't actually love, then we need to ask ourselves, so what's love? What's love really is about? And for me, love is complete freedom of to be who I am.
Mm.
And to draw boundaries also what I do not accept. Um, Unconditional love for me starts within me, not in a world outside of me. Because if if you if you think that, oh, you should love him or her unconditionally, then it's almost like a underlying message there, you should accept everything. And that's not really unconditional love. That starts from within. It's like, yo, you should be a pushover.
Right. You're just accepting everything. You don't question anything, and you just say, right, lay it on me. So
Mhm.
how do you get into that, unconditional love coming from within you?
It's not always easy, because I'm also living my life 24/7, and sometimes I get angry, sometimes I get annoyed. I can curse a lot. So, but when I become very, very present uh, in my being and in my space, then I can feel this. For me, it's um, it's the energy I have felt, what has been shown to me by angels, the love they emit. It's been so overwhelming that when I have experienced it, or any interaction with the divine, then it's so overwhelming and powerful that it makes me always cry. So these are the moments where I experience it from divine point of view. But within myself, I experience it quite a lot nowadays, but not always easy, because of the mind wants to create also questions. Oh, what is this?
Yeah, mind always trying to be in control, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, but I really like that. So I'm wondering, what can someone do to have more of that, to create that for themselves? That sense of, it's about me first. I need to give this to myself before I can get it or ask for that from other people.
Well, first thing I realized was everything comes from within. I can't hold accountable anyone else in my life for, I don't know, hurting me or cheating me. It's always me who carries the energy that reflects from the outside then.
Hmm.
So, first thing is also taking a responsibility of my life. What the responsibility actually means. Not like, oh, I'm responsible to get up in 8 o'clock in the morning to go to work. No, I don't want that in my life. So I take the responsibility and create what I really want. I want to sleep until 12. I love sleep. So taking a responsibility of how I feel was a really big step for me, because then I stopped judging people who mostly stopped, like 80%, who I thought hurt me in the past. Because when we are in a now present moment, um, and we feel like somebody is hurting us or we've been hurt, then it's always in the past. The hurt is never the present. Negativity comes always from the past experiences. It can be our childhood, it can be when we were in mother's stomach, it can be from ancestors, uh, it can come from anywhere. So my first this kind of a bigger exercise, what I ask to do people, is start observing yourself. Try to understand that you're not your body.
Hmm.
Loosen up the attachment to the body and to the drama you're creating through that, because the drama comes, well, pain and drama from the past. And it also uh, comes bombarding us through outside if we react to it. Like, because this world is duality, then we can choose where we tune in.
There's so much wisdom in what you're just saying, and I love it because I mean you said so many different things, but to start with, you know, when you say about what is your choice, because we do that, we listen to the outside world, we accept people's opinion and what is the norm and what we should do. We do that because this is the conditioning. But what you're saying actually that we have a choice. Do I really want to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and go to work, or maybe I can create something that fits me better? But to have that freedom to allow yourself to get into this, you know, what suits you, and actually the things that gets the best out of you. Because if you're constantly in that cycle of I do something but I resent it, then you don't have you can't go very far with that. You don't have freedom, you don't have happiness, you don't have anything in your life. So already when you say actually I need to pay attention to what I want, what is holding me back, what are the fears, what is the thing that I'm telling myself and I'm not allowing myself to see that is there. I'm already living in the blockage that I created for myself.
I knew from early on that I don't want to work from 8 to 5 because I hated going to school. For me, it felt like a prison,
Mm.
and I hated. Uh, I needed to get up at 7 in the morning, and I really disliked it. So when I started to go to work 7 in the morning, it reminded me, hey, this is something you didn't want. So
Yeah.
then Divine stepped in and kind of pushed me in traumatic experience at that time. So I could start creating what I really want to actually uh, start walking my talk,
Mm.
because I was very, very good at explaining stuff, very good at theory.
Yeah.
So it's like my head was golden, but my body went different direction. And then I thought like, whoa, what's wrong with me? I'm going nuts. So yeah, everything you experience that you don't want and you feel resistance, then actually it opens you up to more what you want if you pay the attention of your feelings.
Exactly. And how do we do that? It's so easy for us to say, to believe that we are in that place that we don't want to be and that we can't find the way out, right? This is being stuck. This is really saying I don't know how to move forward.
Well, there is a little exercise when you have a really strong mind chatter. Start ask questions, very simple questions that kind of open up the mind. Is what if?
Hmm.
What if I can be at home? What if money just comes? What if, uh, for single people, what if there is somebody looking for me? What if he or she comes and I don't have to look?
Mm.
What if the right person is there? What if abundance is my birthright? What if, and you don't have to go any further first time. What if?
Mm.
Because when we first start our journey, um, if we have lived like robots, we do what society wants us to do, why we are raised, to be like in entrapment of slavery, modern slavery.
Mm.
Then I wouldn't say it's very easy to come out of that. But we have a lot of help. We have therapies, we have flower essences that are my favorite, we have aura soma, we have essential oils. We have a lot of help. We don't have to be alone. We don't have to do it alone like we do always want to.
And this is exactly what brings us to the topic of the conversation, isn't it? The abundance, the acceptance and allowance. Because I love it. What if as soon as you say what if, it's like, yeah, bring it on. There is no limitations in what if. I really, I really love it.
There when I was growing up, there was this movie, Law of Attraction, The Secret,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched this movie. It was very empowering at that time, but when I started to really grow up, then I understand that it didn't work for me because I knew everything about law of attraction and it didn't work for me. Um, and then I understood that law of vibration is a little bit superior. So everything you carry inside, you manifest. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like, oh, I want this luxurious house. What if your inside vibration doesn't match that? You can't get it, and then you become frustrated. And then you go into victim mentality. Oh, I can't do that. But if you actually know that everything created is matching your vibration, then it kind of you're taking back the power. Okay, what is in my vibration that doesn't match my want for this creation? And through our vibration, when we create, where we put our attention, and when we understand that everything comes from us, a lot of healers who I have met, they think about others first. Like, I'm not going to put that price on my healings or my sessions because I know people out there can't afford that.
Mm-hmm.
That's completely off. You don't have to think like that. You can, but you don't have to because that's a lack. That's a lack vibration.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give power back to everyone for their creation because we move through different realities. And the one that moves is not your body, but your consciousness. It's like you have thousands of bodies in every aspect. Yeah. So where do you want to move? Do you want to move through lack or do you move through abundance? What we feel inside, like, okay, I'm going to put my session and this is makes me happy and this is my time. This sum of money makes me happy and I happily share myself with people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you move through a different vibration where are the people who can afford that because they resonate with you. So everything comes from us. We are the creators of our world.
I love it, and I think I can listen to you speak forever. Um, and so tell me, I mean, of course, when you brought in the what if, I think for me, I already instantly feel like it's raising my vibration. But how do I know that I'm? I mean, can I know that I'm in the right vibration to really bring what I want?
Yes, because outside world will start to reflect that. Everything will go easier. Um, when I had my quite a big meltdown, uh, and I was 3 months in a really dark place with myself, universe stepped in and I started to see hearts everywhere, everywhere, like in crazy places, and so detailed hearts, and it kind of lighted me up.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain started to change. I was still a really victim and really didn't want to live. I had really suicidal thoughts, but I was helped. I was helped by angels. I was helped by guides because sometimes we are tired of being humans. Being human is not a most easy
Yeah.
and flowing experience. We are here to actually to become aware of our own power, but being so long through our ancestors also in this victim mentality that everything is done to us, the wars, uh, the collapses, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So when you change that perspective, everything becomes easier for you, and the world will reflect on that
Mm-hmm.
because everything is your reflection.
It just come, just that we need to have so much awareness because, like you say, we are very often just locked in this victim mode, and it's we believe it, right? We believe that we can't change. We believe that this is the way things are, and so this belief is limiting us even more than anything else. So then when we start having this reflection that actually there's got to be more than that. There's got to be more to life than just feeling like a victim and being stuck and being unhappy. And and as you say, when you start recognizing that you can do something about it, this is so empowering. This is so releasing.
I had helped a lot from flower essence, and one of the flower essence that works on that victim mentality is willow from Bach.
Mm-hmm.
So when flower essences came from to my life through angels, then uh, I didn't have self confidence. I'm a very intuitive person from childhood. I can see things, but I always thought that I'm not, because I didn't fit in the society that was already created. And flower essences really brought me in a place where I could see from different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So my first thing for people would be, if you don't want to go to therapist, if you have problems to talk or self-expression, start with flower essences. And sometimes you are not in really terrible situation, but you think you are because you can't see the way forward.
Mm-hmm.
So flower essences will help you
And
with that.
how do people find out which one or where to find it, or how do they even use them?
It's very easy to use. It's 4 drops under your tongue 4 times a day until the bottle is finished. But you have a lot of online information about flower essences. The basic flower essences are Bach, but now we have so many essences.
Mm-hmm.
And because nature is our first and foremost healer, then every time you step into the nature barefoot, you charge yourself. You're like a little walking battery. So you charge yourself. And through charging yourself, you also start feeling more clear.
Yeah, yeah. I can. I used to go barefoot in my childhood all the time. Now I can't remember the last time I went out there with my bare feet. But the question, I guess, because sometimes we think, right? How can my confidence come from a bottle? What is that?
Uh, we are a vibration. Nature is a vibration. So flower essences help us to get aligned with the energy they hold. Uh, if you want more confidence, then large from Bach essences is for confidence.
Mhm,
And that was one really big thing for me because I didn't have confidence. I didn't have confidence to speak. I didn't have confidence of who I am. So when I started to take large, I was in that time, I was in a really bad relationship with a narcissist.
mhm,
And I was always walking on eggshells. And I started to take large without really realizing what it was at that time. Uh, and I started to speak up, and I was like, "What? That's not me." So confidence came pretty quickly to express my feelings and said, "That's your behavior is not acceptable anymore," which
mhm,
escalated really quickly of him becoming even more intense, more angry, and that really threw everything into the vibration of him leaving me through death at the end.
mhm.
So flower essences have helped me a lot, and
Sounds
my
amazing.
child and my family.
Yeah, it sounds really amazing. So really, when we think about the topic of the conversation that we chose, that you chose, the acceptance and what is the other word that escaped me?
Awareness,
Expansion. No,
expansion, yeah.
acceptance and expansion. Um, Everything that we spoke about so far feeds into that. It's all about, yes, awareness. You need to be aware that you are in victim mode so that you can start doing something about it. But you don't have to to do big steps. You just have to start by raising your vibrations, either by your thoughts or with flower essence, as you say. Um, Tell me more a little bit about the acceptance and expansion.
Well, acceptance comes first. To accept who, okay, this is my story now. And when I'm accepting what I am now, then it brings us more into the present moment. Okay, in a present moment, I am here, but I want to be there. So, how I get from here to there?
Hmm.
Uh, I haven't experienced uh, self growth like in a minute, like somebody could actually change me. Um, what I have experienced, I was quite stuck in self healing, always in a self healing, like it became an addiction. It became an addiction through going on different courses all the time, like more, more, more. And when I understood that, okay, wait a minute, that's off. Something is not right here. What am I actually trying to feel? It's like emotional eating.
Hmm.
I'm not. If I do this, it's my unconscious saying me, "Oh, you're dirty," or "You need fixing all the time." And when I accepted that, fine. I don't need any courses anymore. I'm fine where I am. My husband helped me a lot in that to really accept myself, and he pointed out, hey, why are you doing this? You're always searching for something new, thinking it's better.
Mm.
Why don't you just be what you already have? So through that came more acceptance in my life. And when we accept uh, ourselves and this present moment, the reality we think is real, then through that the awareness grows. So first comes the acceptance and then comes the awareness through
Mm.
that. The present moment is very powerful. I love Eckhart Tolle's present moment book, The Power of Now,
Yeah.
but he wrote it after sitting 2 years on a bench.
Right.
So it's not like a magic wand. You still need to grow. That's our purpose here, to grow through experiences, to understand what love is, and that we are always loved, we are always supported. There is no one out there to get us, to be our enemy.
Mm.
It's always love. So if you accept yourself, your awareness grows, your acceptance of love grows. That universe actually um, conspires to do everything to remove your blocks through your awareness, for you to understand that you're walking love.
That's so. I love it. It's so allowing, really, because and it's freeing as well to think that, or to understand, or to acknowledge that actually you have a choice. We all have a choice. We don't have to be stuck. We don't have to be in a place that doesn't serve us or doesn't feel right or doesn't fill us with, this expansion that you mentioned. It's we have a choice, and it doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be a struggle to come out of it. It was, as long as we allow ourselves to get there in the way that is meant to us or for us, then we can do it. And it brings me so much, well, happiness, but also relief to hear what you say. So I am very grateful for that.
It's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's a journey of you know when we take the body, we manifest the body first to experience a 3D world. And then most of us, and me too, wanted to escape this world. So I wasn't grateful at all for this body. And when we want to escape what we are or where we are, then it's just more resentment towards life. And
Mm,
life can't manifest as an easy journey when we have so much resentment for life, because we hold grudges towards our parents. Now, it's not always conscious, most of it is unconscious.
Yeah.
And that's where people need to really understand that unconscious is an amazing power. And unconscious is usually the shadow side of us. So, shadow work is very important in my world to bring healing and empowerment of thyself into the world. We, when we are in pain, we do need to look into the past. Why? Where our energy got stuck. Not in a blaming way, oh, my father was an asshole, my mother was crazy. It's it's more of a understanding and releasing ourselves from their energy.
Hmm.
They did what they could at the time with their awareness. That's it. That is simple.
Yeah.
And but you know what I also in my life have felt is we talk a lot about forgiveness, but we really don't forgive. We still carry a resentment. So until you completely forgave your past and yourself too, then it's not real forgiveness. When you think you forgave, you actually can talk to a person normally, but then go away and oh, crazy.
Yeah, I like that because I always say that in terms of the forgiveness is we can only forgive when we understand that this was a lesson and something for us to move forward with. Because if we stay in victimhood and we say, why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me feel like this? We're blaming it, right? It's all external. And as soon as we understand that actually, as you said about the universe conspiring for us, there is a reason why this person or this situation has been given to us at this moment, because we have a lesson and because we have the ability and all the knowledge and all everything that we already need to break through that and to understand why this was actually a gift, even if it was really painful and and outrageous in our mind. So.
I can share an experience of my an amazing transformation that came through pain was I was very angry at my mother. Very angry. I had a past of abandonment, of anger. I was really angry all the time. And I couldn't be in the same room with my mother for over 10 minutes
Mm,
because there was so much deep anger in me. And one time I confronted my mother and asked, why did you do that to me? Like, why didn't you choose differently for your children? And it became a really big thing at that time. Uh, a year later, I was in the same frigging situation, and I didn't do anything differently than my mother.
mm,
I was so wrapped up in that energy that I didn't even see that I'm acting completely like my mother. But that relationship in me brought up the anger that I felt. And I actually understood through him, through his behavior, that I hate myself. And after he passed away, and there was a really big, long period of self destructive thoughts. But the universe did everything to help me. And then people started to come. My life changed completely, and divine stepped in, and people started to come from weird places because I never told anyone what I can feel and see. And so I'm very grateful for the pain I went through
mm.
because now I can appreciate it, that I
Yes,
released the anger in me.
it is so
So
powerful what you're saying. But it really does need to, you know, well, I wanted to say something about a need, but I guess again, it's not about a need, but it is powerful when things happen as they meant, as we allow them to happen, and then we have the wisdom of reflecting backwards and seeing how interesting or how lucky or how Interesting. It is that we things that happen the way that they did. It's it is fascinating. Maria, thank you so much for being here and sharing your wisdom and everything that you said. Like I said, I really do feel like I could listen to you forever. You have really so much wisdom and so much knowledge and so much to teach all of us. So thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for
Um,
inviting.
Thank you. And yeah, after this chat, I'm going to add all of your links at the bottom of the chat somewhere. And I invite people to get in touch, ask questions, or let us know what they think. And let's stay connected. Thank you so much, Maria.
You're welcome.
Thank